could have an FGH. That was a great catch, Mike. But now Andrew pushing his pawn. This is not over yet. He's got to take. But how do you stop the pawn? Rook B8. Okay, some active counterplay for Andrew, but will it be enough? I don't believe it will. E4. Rook C5, though. Rook C5. Oh, my goodness. Have the tables turned?
Yeah, and the black pawns are stymied.
Look at this. Moment. Look at this. This is incredible. Mike, your move was probably the cleanest shot that Nihal had, and now it might be a draw. Amazing.
The A pawn is still quite annoying. You're guarding the A6 square, so the white rook has trouble getting behind it, although there are some ways.
That's right. Who is better here? Definitely Nihal still pushing. This is practically speaking very hard to defend with such a bad pawn, but you can take on E4. This might fizzle out. Rook B4. Rook B4. Wow.
Found it. Still not that
Amazing.
Easy, but he found
Still
it.
Not easy.
Time to watch the Josh Friedel video on chess.com. Still the industry standard on queen versus rook.
Wow. Now, does white have a fortress? Usually the way this is won, Mike, I think, is some sort of Zugzwang, forcing the king to disattach itself from the pawn. But it's not easy.
Yeah, whenever the pawn's forward, you can come at the king from behind. The H pawn, I think you just assume is not there. That can be won easily. So
right.
I'm not in my table base right now, but I do believe it's probably a win. Don't ask me how to do it. Josh, where are you?
Yeah. Hey, Josh. And he's using the queen, corkscrewing the queen around. Now he's shifting the king. It's so hard to find. I mean, 2 seconds. You can also blunder mate here. I mean, you can blunder the queen. You can mouse slip. This is, I mean, black is not out of the woods. He's trying this way, that way. Will he get the king out of the range of the pawn? He does decide to take H2. Again, as you said, Mike, that's not the important part, though. Can you get to this pawn on F5?
Queen takes H2 was on move 99. So who's on the count to move 149?
Oh, my lands. That is, I mean, and he's going to make 50 moves here. He's going to try every which way. At some point, you could try to move the king to H4, cause some sort of zugzwang. He's done it. But Andrew does have an abundance of extra moves. How do you make progress?
Black king being on a more useful square, but it's really funny how white is never blocking with his rook on E6 because it's more useful to keep the black king stuck to the H file.
Exactly. That's a great point. As long as the king is cut off. Queen D5, though, this could be zugzwang, but rook G5, that is an extra move for Andrew. Rook E6, he's done it. Now that is progress for Nihal. If he can get his king to G5, he does. Now, is it going to be still easy to win? Because rook against queen is not easy to win. Look at this expert play by Nihal. He gets his king into G5. He's going to win the pawn now. He's going to win the pawn. And this is looking grim.
30 moves remaining as I go grab my John Nunn book on the shelf. Oh, it's too far away. Let's just continue.
How about my Dvoretsky endgame manual? He's made a lot of progress. It looks like he's going to win this pawn. He is. And defending this with 3 seconds, Mike, a computer can actually do a great job of defending this, but in a time scramble, it's virtually impossible to defend it as resiliently as possible. The only trick here, Mike, is some sort of stalemate trap where the rook gives itself away. Nihal will have to watch that, but he is making plenty of progress. King C6 wins. Wow.
Yeah, this is actually a computer workout on ChessKit. I have trouble beating the computer queen versus rook, and he's still got about 42 moves remaining before any kind of 50-move rule. There's a key position in the second rank defense where you try to, you have to actually lose a tempo by triangulating your queen.
Right, but actually Andrew is doing a good job. He's managed to bring his king back.
This might be the triangulation. And now I think you stair-step your queen down the A and the B files.
Right, and fork the rook, and he's done it. Queen A1, Queen B1, amazing.
There it is.
In time pressure, finding it. Very nice catch, Mike. And this is game over. And what a Herculean effort. 145 moves by Nihal, jumping out on top 4.5, 3.5 as the 5-minute section concludes. Amazing stuff.